Hey there, it's your typical fragrance guy here, and here's my shrine of worship. My collection of my luxurious, beautiful, niche, designer level fragrances that are well above your tax bracket. I place them here to put them on display just to show that I'm better than you. Tune in. What's up, fragrance family? I'm So Aroma. Welcome in. By the way, that was just a joke. Shout out to those guys out there that has those beautiful displays. I'm not there yet. Today's going to be a little different from my typical fragrance reviews. So today we got a little frag talk. I got to show you my guys the scent of the day. Hayati by Lattafa. I'll be doing a review with this soon, so stay tuned. Check that out right after this video. I just want to give a quick background about myself. I was never the guy to collect fragrances. I was always that guy that had 2 to 3 fragrances. You had your everyday wear, your date night wear. I just recently got into fragrance collecting. I love this hobby. I love to smell good. In no way, shape, or form am I an expert at this fragrance stuff. I just simply love to smell good, and I love to talk about these things. I love to learn about different fragrances, different notes. I work a full-time job outside of this social media stuff, and I have a very busy life, and I have a very busy family. So this is just my outlet. This is something I like to do. This is a hobby. I'm a fragrance enthusiast, if you will. That's enough about me. Let's get into the weeds of the video, the good, the bad, and downright ugly. My first pick on my good list is budget. No matter your budget, there is a fragrance out there for you. I don't care where your budget lies. This fragrance right here, you can find this below $20 online easily, just for example. But no matter your tax bracket, if you want to smell good, there's something out there for you. There's good quality out there for you. I guarantee it, 2026 is nothing to play with when it comes to this fragrance stuff. Now also, it could get a little crazy. Some fragrances could cost a car note, if you will. However, there are options for you, trust me. My second pick on the good list, compliments, compliments, compliments. Who doesn't like a good compliment, especially one that's not warranted, that's just volunteered to you, that you don't expect? Not only does it create pleasant interactions, it does something to your ego. It gives you an ego boost. It makes you feel good about yourself. But anyway, let's move on to the bad list. So my first pick on the bad list, this fragrance thing can be very addictive. It can be an addiction, almost like a drug.
I don't need it. I need it.
It's like we're chasing that next high to find that next fragrance that's just mass appealing, or like something that's different, that you want to smell different from everyone else. You want to be exclusive and, X, Y, and Z. But when it comes to collecting fragrances, then it could be very costly. It could hurt them pockets, because my pockets be hurting. Let me tell you, look at my setup.
I can't eat. I'm broke.
But I'm just saying, this thing could be addictive. It could be dangerous to your frivolous spending. But there's nothing wrong with being that guy that has a few fragrances, like their date night, and they just go to everyday wear to just smell good, to run errands. Don't feel like you got to keep up with these influencers and content creators, because we all live in the real world. But it's one thing when someone does that for a living versus the typical person that just wants to smell good. So let's move on to number 2 on the bad list. A lot of fragrances are simply overpriced. For example, Bulgari Tiger. To me, it is one of the best, if not the best, spring/summer fragrance. I'll wear that all year round. It's just a beautiful citrus woody fragrance with a gorgeous grapefruit opening, and I love that stuff. But it also costs $483 before taxes. A car note, if you will. And it has some debatable and questionable longevity. I'm just making a point that you could spend top dollar for some of these fragrances and it still doesn't check all your boxes. If I'm paying a car note for a fragrance, it better check every single box of my fragrance checklist. Simple, right? Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to the ugly list. This is ugly. Number 1 on my ugly list. You go online, you find your favorite influencer, you see what they're hyping up for the day. That's right, hype culture. Hype culture, it is ugly. We get online, we find our favorite influencers and we see what they're hyping up. And I mean, these guys will hype the living breaks off of a hype train. I can't tell you how many times I've fell victim to this, but it's all a part of the game. It's just being conscious of it. You can't get mad at following someone's opinion. Yes, you build a trust for that person and you trust their opinion. However, their nose is different from your nose at the end of the day. So when you go blind buy something based off of their opinion and you're upset because you spent your hard-earned money and you don't like the fragrance, you can't get mad at them. As I'm sure plenty of you know, your favorite influencer gets offers to make good reviews for certain products. Now, it's not necessarily always a bad thing. If they're a person that actually talked about the product, they like the product and use the product, of course they're going to do an ad for it. I would do the same thing. It doesn't automatically make them a sellout, but that is up to your determination and how much trust you have in that influencer. Now, this last one on my ugly list, I don't think it's talked about enough, but I feel like it needs to be addressed. And that's consumerism. Consumerism is basically the belief that acquiring more goods will bring you more happiness. You guys already know the answer to this, but how does it relate to fragrance? Glad you asked. I have a big concern with when I see companies that release certain products and it does very well on the market, and then all of a sudden the dupe house releases the same DNA, let's say a week after a new product came out, and I'm like, how did you do that? I know perfumers share their formulas and they get leaked and all type of things. However, it does make you question the quality of the product. Another problem with consumerism, these companies produce so many flankers of the same DNA. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think flankers are necessary. I love flankers. I love when they take a DNA that I enjoy and flip it some way. I think some of these companies take advantage and take it way too far. For example, Armani Stronger With You. Put up the chart. In this chart, we have 11 different flankers. That's not to include the discontinued Stronger With You Freeze and the more new Stronger With You Powerfully. And I think there's another one called Power To You. I don't know if that's the same DNA.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
Yes, we love flankers. We love when you could take and add an accord or a different note. You change the concentration, make it a eau de parfum, make it a extrait, whatever have you. We love it, right? But 13 different flankers of the same DNA. We get it. We get it. It's great. It's good stuff. The juice is worth the squeeze. You're just taking it too far. It's like you're the Fast and Furious of the fragrance world.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
How many Fast and Furious is it? Like 20 of them? I don't know. I done lost count. It's not even about racing anymore. But I'm just making a point. I feel like consumerism feeds into that. Now, one thing I do when I want to switch up a DNA I already love already, I just layer. Try not to choke out everybody, but you just layer 2 to 3 fragrances max, I feel, and then you're good to go. We don't need that many flankers. Consumerism. Stay tuned if you want that review for the Hayati by Lattafa. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe below if you like this type of content. And always remember, smell respectable and spray responsibly. Show love.